His grandma, Helen, did as much damage to his psyche as Hurricane Helene's about to do to Florida. Adam Carolla.
Yeah, get it on. Got to get on. No choice, making the men to get it on. Erica Rhodes back in studio.
Hello.
And Jason Mayhem Miller.
Hi.
Is that hurricane called Helene?
Oh, no.
Or Helen?
It's spelled Helene on the intro.
Oh.
I don't know. It could be Helen. That would make more sense.
The
but
joke
it's
could be
spelled
better.
Helen.
Yeah.
I think it's Helene.
I don't know. Next time we take some artistic license, Dawson. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
For the next hurricane grandma joke that comes down the pike.
Smart. It's coming.
Erica Rhodes, fresh off America's Got Talent. Amazing.
Thanks.
I'll call it a victory.
I call it a victory.
Yeah.
Have you noticed a big pop in like ticket sales and stuff like that?
Not as much as I would like. Everyone's saying there's a slight delay.
Oh, yeah.
So I can't really tell yet.
Yeah, it's not for the show this weekend, but maybe,
in a month
and a half.
And it's also
right.
slowish season, they're telling me. So I didn't sell great in Florida. I'll admit that.
Where'd you play?
The Boca Black Box.
The Boca Black Box. That was a nickname I had for my old girlfriend. I won't say what part. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you'd be better off down there at Naples doing stuff. That could be your crowd.
Yeah, that might be better.
All right, but the next gigs we got coming up.
Yes. Those are going to sell out.
Those are going to sell out because you're going to Bozeman, Montana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Dallas, Texas, and Minneapolis, and Erica Rhodes Comedy.com is where you go for all that.
Yes.
Mayhem's here. Stuff to talk about. I was sitting around last night. I don't know why. I was listening to someone talk about how to make a turkey, but I realized, do we need the word lather and slather? I feel like we could streamline a lot of vocabulary. I know there's marginal differences, but we don't really need them. And all it does is it bothers me because I was listening to Kamala Harris talk about how to make a turkey, and she said you gotta really lather on the butter, and you gotta lather on and she meant slather. But but it's an honest mistake, you know what I mean?
Right.
But I'm being bumped. I don't want the president of the leader of the free world who doesn't know the difference between lather and slather when they're making a turkey. But then I realized it's not really on her, that we have too many words and we need to thin it out. We could get by with just lather.
What does lather do again?
Lather is
Create a foam.
Now I'm confused.
creating the foam.
Oh,
Creating
it
the
is?
foam.
Okay, lather
It's
and then
also
slather
covering
is
something.
but slather is covering.
No, but slather is like you can do a slather with one hand. Lather requires multiple hands.
Oh, it's saying that they
It's like
Right?
Mayhem when he's pleasuring himself.
Exactly. I don't just slather.
He doesn't lather the lube on. He
Lather.
slathers.
I lather.
Oh, lather.
I lather, but like I can slather.
thickly.
Lather
which is better.
is to cover something with liberal amounts of a substance. That's lather. And slather is spread or smear a substance
Okay.
thickly or liberally.
Yeah.
But that's
so
the
in that
same.
case, they're the same thing.
Okay, but see, this is where the problem comes because
Yeah.
I'm talking to Joe on the ride in, and I go, read me the definition of lather and slather. And he says, lather's where you make a foam, and
Yeah.
slather's where you apply the foam. And I'm like, okay, but now Dawson's got
In the dictionary,
a
it looks
version
like you
that
could
sounds
use
the same.
either.
Lather also works as a noun. It is
A lather.
the soapy foam substance is called a lather.
lather.
That's a lather.
Oh, thanks for that, Dawson. So, but why is there different, why is Joe's definition?
Because I'm Googling you right.
Thank you. All right, so Dawson's right, and we don't need lather and slather.
No.
And then we'll never have a presidential nominee talk about making a turkey by lathering on the butter and the olive oil instead of slathering on it. And everyone kind of knows, like, we have too many. Look, I know someone that doesn't say nipped in the bud, they say nipped in the butt.
Oh, yeah.
And they think it makes sense, and I just leave it. You know, I just leave it alone.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense, but to them it makes sense. I used to think ends meet meant ends meet, like steak. Like you don't have enough to buy meat.
The
You don't
end of
have enough
meat.
to. I'm not making ends meet. I'm eating turkey here. You know, I don't the slathering on and the lathering. I thought ends meet meant steak, cow.
well,
it means the ends
Make it ends meat.
Meat. Yeah,
know
but
how
there's a
some
lot
people
of.
say-
But I didn't get into trouble because meat and meat are the same. I mean, pronounced the same.
I get confused by resent. Some people say I resemble that comment.
Yeah. Well, that's a
Resemble that
joke.
remark.
Yeah, I resent. Is that a joke? I thought
Yes.
people actually thought
Oh,
that
dear
was
Erica,
real.
of all people.
Yeah.
I resemble that comment.
Maybe that's why he didn't make it to the third round.
Yeah.
But that doesn't make sense. That's not funny though to say I resemble that comment.
All right, well, first things first. It is unfair for people who don't get jokes or misinterpret jokes to then pause and go, but that's not funny.
Yeah.
That you can't do that.
But I don't think everyone's joking when they say that.
No, they are. It's like vaudevillian.
It is? I resemble that comment?
I resemble that remark.
Somebody goes, you're an oaf and a pig and a womanizer and an alcoholic. And you should say, I resent that mark. But if you're telling a joke in vaudeville times, you go, I resemble that mark.
Oh.
See, that is me. You're saying that's me.
Silly.
It's a malapropism.
Silly joke.
Yes. That's why it went out of fashion
I
in the
resemble
20s.
that joke.
Hey, MMA meathead, perhaps you could describe more comedy concepts than cello playing Erica Rhodes.
That's the only reason I don't do it is because like people would think that I actually believe that if I say, oh, I took him out of the dustpan of history. They're like, don't you mean dustbin?
Right.
And then I'm like, oh, no, that was a joke.
Yeah, everything's getting screwed up. I hear everyone go, I wouldn't step foot in that place when they mean set foot in that place. Everything's a mess.
Yeah.
It's all a mess. But either way, I'm trying to consolidate.
Yes.
And I'm saying, let's start by thinning the herd.
Shave it
Right.
You
down.
know what I mean? Let's shave it down. There'll be less to screw up. I wouldn't have to listen to Kamala Harris screw up her turkey if we just got rid of lather or slather.
What is she doing? I'm talking about Turkey. Is she was just doing a,
Remix?
was she
It's
doing
like-
an Instagram video of this?
Yeah, what?
She talks about stuff other than policy, I think is
Okay.
what it is. So she talks about her lawn and her upbringing and her turkey and
Relatable.
Okay.
yeah, relatable.
I
She's
see.
relatable stuff. I also was thinking that maybe slather was just invented by a guy who was trying to say lather, but he had a lisp,
Yeah.
and nobody understood him, and they thought he
But
invented
then it
a
would
new
be
word.
then it would be slather.
Well, this
if he
got
had
a
a
very
lisp.
specific impediment.
You could still say sub.
So which one are we getting
All right,
rid
now
of?
you're turning on me?
I guess
Is
you
that
don't know
what's
what
going on?
You don't know what a lisp is.
Oh, well,
apparently.
I guess turnabout is foul play. It's not long before we start fucking that one up, too, right? All the adages are going to get fucked up. Everything, a bitch at 9 saves time. All right. So, other things to talk about. Anyone watch the Ellen special?
I watched a clip from it.
You watch a clip?
I watched a clip. It looks like a similar theme as her last special.
Now, when was her last special?
Maybe 7 years ago.
Oh,
or
so it's
something?
before the controversy.
I think so.
Yeah. I think this is the first one to address the controversy.
Oh, it's actually addressing it?
Well, some of it is addressing
Because
it.
the last one was called something like relatable. It wasn't relatable, but it was something like that, ironically.
Well, somebody sent me a clip, and I just thought it'd be worth listening to. But it's kind of there's a problem in comedy, and I think we're going to see it right here.
And I'm impatient, and I'm demanding, I'm direct. I'm a strong woman.
Wow, it's a lot of
What the
applause.
hell?
I tried that shit. I got half the applause.
Fucking pandermonia. The hell? A standing ovation?
Yeah.
Oh my, what?
This is a type 5.
It's why they
I said I was a strong woman on America's Got Talent and got
crickets.
nothing.
I was in Georgia. I said I'm a strong white man and got the same response.
There's a guy up in the balcony hitting her with the light. Wrap it after the applause.
Man, how is she gonna keep going?
Fuck. I hope she did this at the end.
It's kind of the.
This is
There's a little
ridiculous.
bit of the death of comedy, which is if you turn. It's been happening. Hannah Gatsby did it, and it's like it's a half sermon, half joke.
Yeah.
Half that audience is just gonna. So what it does is it kind of breeds kind of laziness, in the comedian, because you can just drop a couple of buzz lines in there and then stop for 5 minutes while everyone applauds. Like it's the kind of the opposite of stand up. It becomes more sort of political rally than it does.
Kind of a ranting, but for your audience that's already on board.
A town hall.
Yeah.
She's skilled and she's relaxing to watch, and she has a sort of ease and a pace, and
I
it's
like
all
her delivery style.
Yeah, and it's the stuff's sort of pedestrian, but sometimes interesting, but it's all fine.
Yeah.
But then it's like, why were you labeled the queen of mean? Well, because I'm a woman, or because I'm a lesbian.
I'm a strong woman, so everybody hates me.
Right. Her last special, Relatable, 2018.
Oh, it was called Relatable.
Yeah, so this is kind of a problem in comedy. Also, it's difficult if you are like a female black mayor in Chicago and you get busted in some payola scandal and you go, that's because people can't handle a woman of color in a position of power. It's like it's kind of easy to fall back on.
Yeah.
Everybody who worked with you said you're horrible. You can't fall back on that's because I'm a lesbian and people don't like lesbians or whatever. It's Hollywood. It's modern times. Everyone who works for you is gay or bi or lesbian or not binary.
She was the alpha lesbian to begin all lesbianism.
Yes. Yeah.
And it doesn't go into anything specific. It's not like I said this, so someone got mad at me for saying that, because it's like, it's just this vague idea like, I'm just a tough boss.
But also it was vague, wasn't it? Where we don't know exactly what happened. Like, I'm just imagining her like slapping cupcakes out of an intern's hand or something.
Well, yeah, but so listen, just for total moral clarity.
Yeah.
David Letterman's a douchebag boss. He's a horrible guy to work for. Uh-huh. I know all this stuff. Just trust me, I've been on both their shows. I know everyone.
Yeah.
He's a self-absorbed douchebag who's highly flawed. Mm. But he doesn't dance, and he doesn't tell everyone to be kind people and be kind to everybody, and he doesn't pretend to be nice. He's a fucking sulking, troubled douchebag who's also shitty to his employees and really good at his job.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that. George Steinbrenner ran the Yankees, won some pennants, and never pretended to be a nice guy. He was an iron-fisted boss who would, tell his players, shave that mustache. You're a Yankee. Don't go out there with facial hair. The problem with Rosie, the problem with Ellen, the problem with probably Kamala Harris, who 92% of her staff quit.
Oh, wow.
They pretend to be this. If you just want to be it, like if you just go, I don't suffer fools. I have a fucking important job.
Yeah.
You're getting paid. We're here to work. Now get to fucking work. And my job is to tell you shit that you did wrong, not blow sunshine up, not blow sunscreen up your ass. See, that was going to get screwed too.
Malaprop.
Right. Now, and that's who that person is.
Yeah.
And now it'd be nice if you're just nice about it, like Kimmel and Leno and probably Jimmy Fallon, who I don't know. They're nice about it and they get you to do what you want.
Right.
Letterman and Ellen weren't, but that's fine. But Letterman never claimed to be nice.
Right.
And there's millions of people who never claimed to be nice. They just said, I'm going to tell the troops what to do. And I got zero quarrel with that. Every football coach I've had has been a dick. Every construction foreman I've had has been an asshole. I get it. They're not pretending.
Well, there's an argument to be made that because she's a woman, and maybe you can inform us about this, that because she's a woman, she has to, and a lesbian at that, she has to play this game on TV that I'm so sweet. Oh, look at me, I'm cute. But
I think that was
she's not.
always her brand. I just think that maybe it wasn't always authentic because she seemed really likable, like early Ellen.
But she's like,
It feels like success maybe brought out some of these traits.
I'll tell you, there's one yardstick to measure one, and it's super easy.
Yeah.
You do Letterman, his staff is scared. You do to Ellen, her staff is scared.
Yeah.
Her staff is scared. Letterman's staff, scared. You do both those shows, you see how scared their staff is, then you know who they are. You do Leno, you do Kimmel, nobody's scared. That's how you know what the temperature is. That's a top-down thing. You know when you show up to the factory, you know the dude in the corner office by how they act on the factory floor.
Right.
So that's how you know unequivocally. I did Ellen, I left, and I just went, oh, everyone's scared.
Oh, you knew. You could smell it in the air.
They're scared shitless.
There's a fear on the yard.
They're fearful because they've been yelled at a million times about shit, and they're nervous and they fucked up. That's how I know who she is. And this is years and years ago. And Letterman, same thing. People are scared.
Does that mean the beatings at the Adam Carolla show are going to stop now?
They'll stop when people comply.
People seemed really scared out there when they were getting my coffee. Oh my God. Their hands were shaking.
All right. Also, I saw Beetlejuice, and nobody needs to see that movie because there was no point in that movie where I cared at all about anything in that movie. So that's my short review. I never cared for 10 seconds about anything that was happening in that movie, so it does not need to be seen.
Oh, that bums me out.
Beetlejuice.
Really? Damn.
Yeah, the new Beetlejuice on Rotten Tomatoes is coming in at 77 with the critics and 80 with the people, which is fine. Good score. The original is 83 and 82. So, same ballpark. Not good. Didn't care. Not particularly funny.
I didn't really want to see it, so I'm glad I don't have to.
So now you don't have to. So we don't have to deal with that.
Okay.
Also, did I bring up Slather and Lather before? No.
Yes. I saw Perfect Marriage last night and watched the whole thing.
What was that one?
With Nicole Kidman and Liev Schreiber.
Oh, Nicole, is she acting now? Thank you.
That's really funny.
She's only been in 87 movies in the last 28 years. Right?
I know, she's in everything. And she always plays this kind of austere, sophisticated woman.
Is Dead Calm people should see. One of her first movies. You ever see it?
What was it called?
Dead Calm.
I didn't see that, no.
No? Mayhem?
I should see it. Okay. Is it
you never heard of it?
No.
Her breakout kind of first role was called Dead Calm, and it is good.
Oh, looks good.
Yeah. I don't know what is that on Rotten Tomatoes, but that is a good thriller.
Even her look on the poster's good.
Yeah, and people should see that. That was frizzy haired.
Yeah.
That's back when she had the frizzy hair.
She had the very thick frizzy hair.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Rotten Tomatoes, 84 with the critics, but only 63 with the people, which is interesting. Thriller, fun, great watch. I recommend it
I'll check
highly.
it out. Okay.
All right. Now back to news. I was thinking about this. I was listening to Jane Fonda, who everyone likes except for I dislike, but that's kind of my theme. But because she's wrong and she's preachy and cloying and everything. But anyway, she is now saying there's a climate emergency. And I don't know if we have the clip or we have a clip. So there's a climate emergency. So we got to act.
When you vote, whether you're a Republican or Democrat, vote with climate in your heart. Vote for the candidate that will help create a livable future for your children and grandchildren and nieces and nephews. Because the other guy's going to burn us down.
Jane Fonda is with us.
She's very intense.
Yeah. All right. So it's a climate emergency, but not for her because she's turning 87 in 2 months, and I don't think she's going to be. Her place in Malibu is going to be okay as long as she's alive. That's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
I live in Malibu. I walk down the sand and I'm PCH on an almost daily basis, and I see structures on the beach from the 40s. Still there.
Still there.
Nothing's moved. I'm not talking about houses that were built in 1969. I'm talking about houses from 1943, like little cottages right on the ocean with just pylons into the piers, telephone poles smashed into the ground. They're just sitting there, and they've been there since World War II. They've been there since from the beginning of World War II, and it's 2024, and they haven't moved. So the climate emergency, like I would call it a climate vague issue or something, but I would not move urgency and an emergency.
Also, aren't there other issues like there's war everywhere?
I'd say for those who are in war-torn areas right now, it'd be less about climate and more about predator drones. From just a sort of let's prioritize our concerns. I got predator drone, and then old bitch on Kimmel yapping about climate, and then I go back to predator drone and predator drone. That's my list of concerns right now. Oh, and food and drinkable water's in there somewhere. Yeah.
They're killing the ocean. I mean, with plastic. Like, I don't know how they're going to fix that.
I would be more into the ocean and plastic than I would like the general emission. Well, because we got China and India, and we're not going to get them to back off. So how are we going to control this from Santa Monica? That's basically what their plan is. If we can just get Santa Monica and maybe the Venice Beach area to really get on board with the recycling, we'll clean up whatever India and China's up to with their coal-powered plants. But then it struck me, I mean, I don't want to sound morbid or unpatriotic, but I do kind of look forward to a day where I don't have to hear what Jane Fonda's thinking. You know what I mean? And it doesn't mean she perishes, but maybe she just stops talking because she gets a little too old or something.
The only thing I know about Jane Fonda was what my dad taught. She doesn't support the troops from Viet friggin' Nam.
Right, but she's that was in 1967 and a half, and she's been running her soup cooler my entire life. My entire life, I've had to hear what this dumb shrew has had to say. My entire life.
Wasn't there a video where she said she only dates men who are 21, too?
Oh, wow.
Or she only dates men who are in their 20s?
A new wrinkle.
And also... it's like was that her?
Yes,
there's probably some, but it's all the plastic surgery and everything. Like, really, should we be listening to you? But then I realized, all right, listen, she can't be blathering or slathering or lathering. She can't blather on for eternity. Is this really my entire life? I'm going to have to hear her? And then I realized, no, I looked it up last night. She's turning 87 in December. So she can't blathering on.
She might live to 100.
Bloviate and blather?
Yeah, bloviate. That's a word.
I know, but do we need them both?
Nah.
So let's vote on slather and lather and bloviate and blather.
Bloviate doesn't sound like the same group.
Nah, but bloviate is in there. I feel like bloviate can be the blather for the new generation.
All right, so get rid of blather.
Yeah, blather. No,
and then get rid of slather or lather.
Ooh.
I like slather, personally.
I like slather, too.
All right, I'm with you.
It feels like
lather
an activity.
feels like it's not really doing anything.
All right, let's get rid of that.
Yeah. Let's keep slather.
It's going to be Jane Fonda's talking head in a frozen jar and a cybernetic body following you around.
That's true. She's never going anywhere.
So then I thought, okay, well maybe she'll give me a break and give me a little break. Oh yeah, I'll get to the younger men thing. But then I realized, oh no, there's just going to be someone that's going to take her place. And then I realized, it's Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg's 21. So she's going to just basically, at some point, Jane's going to just hand the baton to Greta. It's like, listen, I can't annoy Adam anymore, but you, my child, you will annoy him to the grave.
The scepter.
Now, you're 21. You're going to be able to annoy him until he's dead. So this is awesome. And then I also realized Jane Fonda, and do we have Greta talking about, Hamas or whatever it is? But so then I started thinking about it. Jane Fonda, when she was in her, I'm trying to think. I mean, Vietnam War started in the 71.
She was 30s.
But when Jane Fonda was young, she was yelling about the war, and now she's old and she's yelling about the climate. Right. Greta Thunberg started yelling about the climate when she was young, and now she's yelling about the war. So, which just goes to show they're both super disgruntled bitches who just yell about shit. Because what is it? Is it the climate? Is it what's further away than what's going on in the Middle East than the climate? You know what I mean? So they don't give a fuck. They're here to annoy me. That's what it is. They won't even stay on the same page. But I realized, no, I can't escape because now we have Greta Thunberg.
At least Greta's not in sitcoms at the same time.
You're right. Not doing workout videos.
Yeah.
Do we have her explaining anything? Sorry.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this is her. Now she's gone full Hamasnik.
What
Oh,
the
boy.
hell?
She is?
Mm-hmm.
Show me what the people looks like.
Oh, boy.
Show me what power looks like.
Oh, my gosh.
Show me what democracy looks like. Show me what democracy looks like.
She didn't memorize this.
She's reading her phone.
What the people look like.
I could do this bit right now, just hearing it once.
Power looks like.
Show me what slather sounds like.
Common sense is human rights.
What's the difference between lather and slather?
Show me
What's the difference between bloviate?
Common sense is human rights.
She's reading her phone.
She's reading her lines.
She's just tweeting at you.
Yeah.
It wasn't that complicated. She could have gotten off book for this.
Yeah.
She really should have. You're up there doing an hour set
I don't
every
need my
night.
phone.
You don't bring your phone up there. You don't have a prompter. It's all committed to memory.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, she should do that.
It's the same phrase over and over. Show me what
Power looks like.
Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
And an old school drum.
Yeah. All right. So now
right.
she's moved from the environment over to Gaza. And God knows what it's going to be after this. All I'm saying is I'm going to be annoyed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that's it.
You
So
can't
she's been-
escape it.
I think she's protesting Ellen next.
She's been annoying. Well, that I would endorse. Jane Fonda has said that she prefers younger men and that would like a lover to be 20 years old.
God bless America.
But she doesn't have planned to act on her urges.
Oh.
I wish she'd incorporate a little more of that into her politics. Just don't act on everything.
Yeah.
She also disapproves of older men dating much younger women. Well, yeah, no shit. Considering where you're at. Jane Fonda was 32 years old when she spent the night in jail in 1971
Right.
protesting the Vietnam War. Made a controversial trip to Nam in 1972. All right, so we got that.
Okay.
Other topics. Shit talkers,
Yeah.
I don't mind the shit talkers that sort of like where the shit talking lives in some realm of reality. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like people
Yeah.
can talk shit and you go, I got it, And then there's I don't know what it is with me, and I don't know if you guys have this, but hyperbole shit talking. Women do it a lot.
Yeah.
They'll go. They'll say stuff like, "You got your stuff. You got those TV sets I told you. They're all over. They got them spread out all over the place." And you go, "There's 3 of them, and they're all leaning against each other in the garage on the same wall.
Right.
That's not all over.
Yeah.
That's not spread out all over the place." And then people go, "Well, who cares?" And I go, "I just don't like." I don't like the hyperbole part of the shit talking.
Right.
I don't mind the part where it's like, you should get rid of this, or that's a nuisance, or that wasn't funny, or you fucked this up, or whatever. I just don't like the over-the-top stuff, you know? And I don't feel it's fair. And I think people hurt their own point. You know?
Are you talking about politics, or are you just
all
talking
shit,
about, like,
all shit talking.
Shit talking.
Yeah, all shit talking.
You don't like generic shit talking. It has to be specific.
I don't like a quarterback throws a pick six and then somebody says that guy has no business on the field. You know what I mean? It's like he did win the Heisman in college and he was recruited. He was a 3rd round draft pick. Yes, he threw a pick, but he does have business on the field.
Right.
Just say that was a bad throw, bad decision or whatever, but not saying he doesn't belong on the field. I'm saying people get into
over the top.
I don't like over the top.
Yeah,
so
that makes sense.
I'm selling some cars on Bring a Trailer. That's a website where they sell cars. And I have a car that I'm selling that I like a lot, which was an Aston Martin DB9. Now, we don't have to get into all of it for the non-car people, but I bought it new. And I had a couple of tweaks that I wanted to make on the car. Mm-hmm. It's sort of like a car is like a woman that, you know, she'd just stand there in her underpants, and then most guys would walk around and go, I wish her tits were a little bigger and her nose was a little smaller.
Oh, wow.
You know, they have tweaks, you know, not for you.
Oh, phew.
Yeah. No notes. No notes, but no, what I'm
take you right off the line.
No notes.
Standard.
No, I'm saying if you took like just a woman, an average woman, and you just said, get in a bathing suit, a 2-piece bathing suit, and stand there, and then said to a bunch of guys, what would you like?
Do you know that's a reality show?
Oh, wow.
There's a reality. Have you heard of that? Where
I did.
They cut off certain body parts, and then they have people just look at one body part, and they're naked.
No, what's it on?
I think it's an Australian reality show. It might be on Hulu or something. Naked.
Yeah, guys would go, well, I wish her thighs were like a little more narrow and her bosom was a little fuller.
Yeah.
But women would look at a guy and go, well, I kind of like the love handles, kind of like the V down and not have the sort of the love handle, and then maybe put a little on his calves. Calf's a little skinny. You know, but look, aesthetic.
Right.
It's I don't naked attraction, it's called.
Yeah, naked. It's really weird. I watched one episode out of curiosity, and it was kind of disturbing because they're just standing there like pieces of meat, like just like mannequins.
Yeah, so...
And the women are like, I don't really like the penis.
Oh, they're looking at the penis?
Yeah, they're looking at their penis.
Oh, wow.
They're naked. And then they're commenting on their body. They're just their body.
Wow.
Yeah.
Them Australians are weird.
It's really weird.
Yeah. I haven't heard of it. What was it on? What's it on?
I think Hulu, maybe. Or what is it? I can't tell.
We have the HBO. We have the Naked
HBO?
Attraction trailer.
It's HBO? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
It's a real show.
So it's just like they're just looking at dongs?
It's very disturbing to me.
All right, that's why.
Are you ready to play the game? Welcome to Naked Attraction, the dating show that likes to
hold on a
let it all
second.
out.
Hold on a second. Don't give me the fake English accent to make everything okay.
I know.
You know?
What was that?
Yeah, this is like, we've tarred and feathered black people and then pushed them out in the street. And it's like, all right, okay, all right. You say that with a country twang, you're out.
Is it British or Australian?
Whatever the accent. You give me the highfalutin.
Yeah.
You get the highfalutin thing, and then everything you do is okay. This grotesque excuse for a game show is now all classy because we got the accent.
Wait, so let me get it straight. I'm just staring at this lady's jugs going, I want to date her?
Yeah, well, I think they go through 3 different phases or something.
So I got to look at crotch first?
And they eliminate people they're like, I don't really like that penis. And then they eliminate them.
We'll look at the trailer.
Okay.
Sorry.
To Naked Attraction, the dating show that likes to let it all hang out.
Can picking a partner based solely on natural beauty help you find the one?
Bring it on. When we're entirely unfiltered, what do men and women really find attractive? We are going to reveal them to you bit by bit. Are you ready for this?
I'm ready now for Mr. Right.
Really can't wait to see you with the clothes on.
We like to start where a good date ends. Naked.
Do you want to see a little bit more?
Yeah, the big reveal is what they look like when they have clothes on. Oh, they say it's Brits? Okay, they're Brits,
Man.
not... they're not Australian. I thought for some reason it was Australian.
Do I get to chub up before this? I don't understand.
Yeah, no, it was weird, and it's like the opposite of Love is Blind. It's like the exact opposite.
Love is naked.
It's love is purely physical.
Oh, wow.
So, be all that as it may.
Yes, yes. Cars are like people.
Yeah, cars. Yeah. How does this get back to the Aston
You
Martin?
look at a car and you go, any like real designer guy will look at a car and he'll go, this is a nice shape, but the door handles are kind of, I wish we could smooth that out a little.
Yeah.
And then these marker lights on the front are a little bulbous, and I wish they could have shaped this. And
Very
that's what
sexual.
the real guys, the guys that are really
Car
good about breathing on cars, take a car. And, Singer takes a Porsche and goes, okay, it's got a good shape. Now let's go next level with it. And they start, and then they charge you $900,000, but they'll take a Mustang or whatever. The real high-end guys take the shape, and then they do it. So Chip Foose is a guy who's done 1 million cars, been around for 1 million years, legendary.
I've heard of him.
You've heard of him. That's how legendary Chip Foose is. So I get this Aston Martin DB9, and I go to him, and I go, I got this car, and I like it, but there's a couple little things I'd like to tweak, And he goes, yeah, I agree with you. This, I'll show you a picture of the car first and foremost. It's a good-looking.
Oh, that's nice.
Good-looking car.
I like that look.
Yeah, it's a beautiful car. Now, what you'll notice on it, if you look at this car and you focus on it, there's no side markers. There's no little lenses in the side of the fender on the front or the back. If you see a stock one, there's also no scoop in the hood of a stock one. There's a hood scoop, and side markers are gone. See, the stock one, you see that orange side marker in the front, and you see no hood scoop. And you also see
that is nice.
a short little stubby chrome thing on the side grill, whereas Chip made a longer one on the side grill if you go to it. Now, Chip is so astute that I said to him, I want to get rid of these side markers and I want to put a hood scoop in and blah, blah, blah. And he goes, we need to lengthen this piece of chrome on the side grill there. It should be longer. It's too stubby on the door. And I said, I don't care about that. And he goes, well, that should be done. So he did it. Now, later on, Aston Martin did it. And if you look at the back of the car, which we have a picture of somewhere there, that's the back of my car. The back of a stock one has these two big plastic bulbs on there where the marker is the light for the license plate is there. Two big plastic chunks. Mine, if you go back, got rid of them. It's cleaner, and we put the light for the license plate light up in the deck.
Yeah.
Aston Martin also did that 2 years later.
Whoa.
So 2 of the things we did, they did. The side marker delete thing, you guys, what you don't understand is when they draw these cars, when they design these cars, when they make these cars like in Europe or Italy, they make them super sleek and cool. And then they have to come to the United States. And because the United States is the United States and we have a DOT, a Department of Transportation, we go, hey, cool, slick car, not so fast. We need side markers. And they go, well, that kind of breaks up the look. And they go, those are our rules. And so they carve side markers in them for the United States. They do this all. They're Ferraris, like from the 70s that came here with big chunk, shitty. They're really just parts bin side markers that, like, you go, what the fuck? Why is that? That's a DOT thing. In Italy, they don't need them. We need them here. There's all sorts of shitty stuff. Same with like lights for the license plate. Just we have dumb things that make the car look shitty.
Yeah.
So 2 of the things. And then the hood scoop. I was at an event at Galpin, Aston Martin, years ago. I had this car. And the guy who designed the car from Aston Martin was at the Aston Martin event. He designed the DB9. And Sir somebody, Knight somebody. And I said, I put a hood scoop in mine because Aston Martin's always had hood scoops. Okay. James Bond.
Yeah.
Show me James Bond's DB5, the most iconic.
Oh, yeah.
It's the most iconic Aston Martin ever made, right?
Wow.
All right. Hood scoop. Big hood scoop.
Yes.
Right? All the Aston Martins had hood scoops. This one didn't. The most iconic Aston Martin ever made had a hood scoop.
Wow.
No hood scoop in the DB9. No hood scoop. Back to stock DB9. Stock DB9. Stock DB. Just go back to that stock DB9. All right. No hood scoop. Okay. So I put a hood scoop in mine. So I said to the guy who designed the DB9, I put a hood scoop in. And he went, I don't know about that. Because he designed the car. I said, well, I have it here. You want to look at it? And he goes, yeah, I'll look at it, but I don't know about that, And I walked him over to the fucking DB9, and he looked at it and he went, oh, yeah, that looks good. I should have done that. Right. Okay. All fine.
Yeah.
But then when you put it up on Bring a Trailer, you get comments.
Oh.
You know where this is going.
Yeah.
You get comments. Here's what the comment read about what I just described to you. Foos, meaning Chip Foos, tried to improve the Jaguar E-Type design and failed. Then this Aston Martin and failed. Maybe he should stay away from British cars in general. What is a failure about the improvements that I've made that Aston Martin implemented themselves?
Yeah.
Everything they did, everything I did, they implemented, and or the DOT forced upon them that they didn't want, and or the guy designed the car said, oh yeah, I should have done it that way. What part of my Aston Martin DB9 looking 30% better than your fucking bone stock one is a fucking failure, Valkyrie, or Valkypchina, or whatever the fucking...
Valkyraja?
That was at the top of the comments. The top of the comments. Some fucking douchebag that just has to go, failure. Failure. What is you tell me what is the failure in this process?
It just proves that art and tits are subjective.
No. They're not. That's the whole thing. They're not. Everybody who would look at my car and look at a stock DB9 will say my car looks better because the things I did improve the look of the car. Ugh.
But you can't take these comments seriously. You don't know who Valkyrie is.
You're gonna
have this could be a bot in India,
Yeah.
Who doesn't have who's never had a car.
But when you're trying to sell a car and this is the comment at the top of your list, it's like, oh, fucking
Christ.
Can
you delete any of these comments?
No, I mean, I can because that's my username. But
but he has a little something called dignity.
3,000 likes, and who are these people that are liking the comment?
My whole thing is Chip Foose, who's a friend, may have screwed up his Jaguar E-Type. I do not know. But this car, all he did was very subtle modifications that the factory ended up implementing on later models.
How did he even do that with the damn hacksaw and some Bondo? It looked awesome, but I don't know how you do that.
He bought a new hood
and
did the hood new, and then the other stuff was just body, a lot of body work and fabrication. Like he's an artist, He extended this little chrome, but it was really interesting. When you see it through the eye of a designer, I walked up to him and I said, I want to get rid of these marker lights. I don't like these big plastic knobs where the rear license plate is. I want a hood scoop. And he just walked right to the side gill. And he's like, why is this piece of chrome so stubby? And I was like, I don't know, but don't worry about that. I want to do the hood scoop. And he's like, this needs to be longer. And he went to what was wrong with it, And then he did it, and it did look better, and then the factory did it. All right, asshole.
Wow.
The Mangina 69 or whatever the fucking name is. All right. Let's see. What do we got? News?
We got nudes,
We got nudes or news?
Nudes or news? We already saw nudes.
How about both?
All right. Let's take a break. I'm going to cool my jets. Selling 3 cars if anyone wants to go there and look at them on Rotten Tomatoes. And we'll take a break. We'll come back and we'll do the news right after this. Simply Safe. If you're like me, you think about safety and you think about people. And that's who you value the most because you can replace the watch or the necklace. But the people. And there's a lot of crime, especially going on here in L.A. I mean, every time you turn on the radio, some other celebrity got their home busted into, and those are just the ones they're reporting on. I've trusted Simply Safe to protect my home for over a decade now, and I've partnered with Simply Safe to offer my listeners 20% off a system. Just visit simplysafe.com/Adam. We all use it here, and when you pick up and move, you pick up your Simply Safe system and you move with it. It's not hardwired. They also have exclusive live guard protection. Simply Safe agents can act within 5 seconds of receiving your alarm and can even see and speak to the intruders inside of your home. Named Best Home Security System by U.S. News & World Report 5 years running. And Best Customer Service by Newsweek. It is Simply Safe, right, Dawson?
Protect your home this summer with 20% off any new Simply Safe system when you sign up for Fast Protect monitoring. Just visit simplysafe.com/Adam. That's simplysafe.com/Adam. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Hims hair, men. The only thing worse than losing your hair is waiting forever for it to grow back. Hims. You can start seeing hair come back in as little as 3 to 6 months. Hims provides a range of doctor-trusted hair loss treatments, chewable, oral, spray, serum, all from the comfort of your own sofa. Simple, 100% online process. Just answer a few questions and the medical provider will determine if treatment is right for you. If prescribed, treatment is sent direct to your door. Start your free online visit today at hims.com/Adam. That's HIMS.com/Adam for your personalized hair loss treatment options. You want to keep the hair you got? You want to grow new hair? HIMS.com, and do it in a hurry. HIMS.com/Adam. Right, Dawson?
Results vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if a prescription is appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for full details and important safety information.
I'm at an age where I don't want to go on dates anymore. I tried going on one the other night, and my friend said, just have fun and be yourself. I was like, for me, it's one or the other. Okay? I can't do both at the same time. But she has trouble dating too, and she's always complaining about getting friend zoned by guys. And I told her it's because women tend to friend zone in a different way, right? Because we friend zone by asking for favors. We'll be like, will you help me move? Will you put together my IKEA furniture? Will you pick me up at the airport? And men friend zone by sleeping with you. So we're always confused, right? Because a guy is like, I picked her up at the airport, why won't she sleep with me? And a woman is like, I slept with him, why won't he pick me up at the airport? So now I just tell my girlfriends, just don't ever sleep with anyone, and at least you'll always have a ride to the airport.
Erica Rhodes is on the Adam Carolla Show.
Dates. She's got dates.
Yes.
EricaRhodesComedy.com is where you go. Mayhem Miller's got news.
First one, Brett Favre. I have Parkinson, he announces during a Capitol Hill hearing.
Yeah. People are really cruel.
Yeah.
Because they're like, fuck him, he's lying, or he owes us money, or he's just doing this out of...
Yeah. I mean, it was kind of a strange time to reveal the diagnosis.
Yeah.
I will say that I did Brett Favre's show 4 years ago or something. Him and his partner, a podcast or whatever show, they interviewed me or whatever. And I was like, well, Brett Favre is off. He's off. There's something missing a little bit.
Had it for a while.
Yeah, it's a thing, as human beings, you're sort of one human to another, little stuff
Hiccups.
you can tell. Yeah, it's a sort of Joe Biden-y thing. It's like, okay, something's off, like something's wrong. Like, what do you mean? He's on his game. He's like, whatever you say.
Yeah.
We've talked to him. There's something missing, and it's not. We all have he's drunk or he's hungover or he's tired or jet lagged or something. But this is not. This is a little off.
Yeah.
And I remember making note of it after the interview and feeling a little bad. But we have the clip, I guess. All right.
Sadly, I also lost an investment in a company that I believed was developing a breakthrough concussion drug I thought would help others. And I'm sure you'll understand why it's too late for me, because I've recently been diagnosed with Parkinson's. This is also a cause dear to my heart. Recently, the doctor running the company pleaded guilty to taking TANF money for his own use. I believe that I got swept up in a civil lawsuit at the instigation of State Auditor Shad White, an ambitious public official who decided to tarnish my reputation to try to advance his own political career. Even after he applauded me for returning the funds and said there was no evidence that I knew TANF funds were involved. And strangely enough, Shad did not bring the TANF misuse issue to the Department of Justice, but to a local DA, who himself is now under federal and criminal investigation.
Probably could have just cut it after he said he had the Parkinson's. All the nuts and the bolts of the case.
I mean,
but,
now we're fully
now we know what these creeps are up to.
Yeah, he was defending himself because there was some misappropriation of funds in his charity, and
he got busted for trying to build a gym or something, and squirreled away some of the money himself, and not good. And then there was the whole sort of cheating scandal, and He's had
dick pic scandal or something like that.
There's
it's like some rough stuff for Brett Favre.
But not many guys have had a pick six and a dick pic in their life. You know what I mean? I feel like you're in a really elite fraternity of dudes. A lot of dick pickers.
Yeah.
And there's a fair amount of pick sixers, but not a lot of dick pick six
What's
guys.
a pick sixer?
Well, you could argue that a pick six is a dick pic, since your average dick is six.
Yeah, and he was slathering and bloviating both of them.
A pick six is that you throw an interception to the other team and they score a touchdown. They go the other way. That's a pick. Now a dick pic, a pick dick,
a sick dick,
a pickled peppers. A dick pic is when a gentleman takes a photograph of his phall and presents it to his lady friend.
I've heard
Oh,
of.
you know that one.
I know that one.
Okay.
Just not the football term.
I'm now starting to think we don't need dick pic and pick six.
This one?
Well, pick
six could be the dick pic.
Yeah, I'll shoot you a pick six later.
Yeah, that's better actually. A pick six.
They say the average dick is six. And really, they called a pick six, but they kicked the field goal 98% of the time, or the extra point. So it's really a pick seven. But I get it. Let's not get into
I'm going for two. Pick eight. Okay,
all right.
Sorry. Hot people complain about the horrible experience of being good looking. The gorgeous people of the internet have recently lamented the alleged disadvantages to life that come with their good looks, contrary to popular belief of so-called pretty privilege. Maybe you can inform us about this, young lady.
I don't think I'm up there with those influencers.
Yeah, this whole article is about a Reddit thread where people were talking about their, unwanted attention and harassment that affects their reputation.
But then they're on Instagram talking about it. So.
No, this is a Reddit thread,
Oh, it's
so
a
you know
Reddit.
it's the hottest of the hot.
Oh, because they don't want to be seen. Maybe they're delusional. Some of them think they're hot and they're not.
It's possible, yeah. I have been accused a few times of flirting with men when I'm literally just doing my job. I don't want your crusty ass man. Some days I barely don't want my own man, they wrote.
I think women are getting more and more miserable as life wears on.
Sad.
They seem really unhappy.
It's a strange thing because women, I think, are usually, and I could be wrong about this, but they like to get into that Instagram world And if you're seeing everybody in this magical Instagram fantasy world where they're never not looking the hottest, you feel bad in your sweatpants walking on the plane.
I think this whole internet thing is
unhealthy.
It affects women in a more negative fashion than men. Like I'll give you an example. Let's just say having a bad dad or bad relationship with your dad. Mm-hmm. A dude can have a bad relationship with dad, and you don't wish that upon him, but through sports and sort of other activities, they can sort of transcend it. When women have that bad relationship with the dad, it just fucks them up for long periods of time. Like it's really damaging, you know? And so women, I think they're wiring, I don't know. I don't like to talk about cars on this show, but women have they're a little more of a finesse wiring, like a beautiful Italian car or like an English car, like a Jaguar from the 60s. They're beautiful, but they're also like delicate. Like you don't leave them out in the rain. They get fucked up. Guys are more pickup truck. You can leave them outside. They get rained on. Yeah. They'll still fire up the next day. Like kind of easy, doesn't fire up, so you hit the dashboard real hard, and it does fire up, Like, guys are more durable that way. Yeah. The internet is not made for the delicate wiring. It's not really made for anyone's wiring, but the durable wiring can withstand all this. The fucking internet, women just dive into that hole, and
I
it's a
just think
mess.
the bigger problem is the attention you get from your trauma online.
Yes.
Because you get a lot of attention. Like, if you put a video being like, it's so hard to be hot.
Yeah.
Get all these other people like, oh my gosh, thank you for speaking out.
Yes.
Like, finally, there's a voice to what I've been thinking this whole time.
Well, there is here's the problem in the time we're living in.
Yeah.
The trauma and or the group who's being held down comes with currency.
Yes.
So it makes perfect sense as a human being. If someone says, well, my son's trying to get into UCLA. Well, what is he? Just a white kid from the Valley. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's not going to help. You know what I mean? But maybe he had a little American Indian in him. Then I'd be, hey, Squanto, come over here. Talk to the counselor. Huh? Squanto. That's your new name. Well, what I mean is like, oh, maybe he was gay, or like, oh, maybe he didn't declare a sexuality or something. Yeah. All people ever do is just game the system.
Yes.
That's all. That's all human beings do. Human beings are like, oh shit, there's a bunch of traffic in the whatever lane. I'm going to slide over to the diamond lane, but I'll put the sun visor down so people, if cops sees me, will think there's somebody sitting over there. Whatever it is, like everything you do that has to do with taxes. Everything, like when you get incorporated and stuff like that, and you just talk to your accountant, it's like everything. It's just a way to shave a couple of tenths off here. Yeah. We're gonna call your spare bedroom an office, and we can write off that over how many miles you put on your car. Like that's all it is. It's the system. Like we gotta beat the system. So human beings are always in that mode. That's the only mode they're in.
Yeah.
Every single fucking Southwest flight has 14 people going in front of me who claim to have some sort of disability so they can fucking get on the plane first and sit in the emergency room. That's all they do. And that same person has a fucking dog they want to travel with for free, so they give it a service vest. So now that's all we do.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't we do it with everything?
Yes.
Like, so if you're saying, look, we're only letting in people of color, or in terms of hiring, we're only looking at people who have this ethnic, well, then everyone's going to just
identify as something else.
Yes. Kamala Harris is black. Why is she black? Because she thinks it's going to get her something. You know what I mean? You look at all the pictures of hers in a sari and a sarong and a hat and a thing. She's cooking up Indian food in her house. Like, it doesn't look. Her mom's Indian, raised her that way. That's their dad's split. Like, she's not black. She's more Indian than she is black. She may be half and half. Technically, but culturally, she was raised with an Indian mom. Yeah. But she's not Indian, she's black.
Yeah.
Okay. The other thing I looked up too, if she's the tip of the spear for for all the oppression and all the baked in oppression and all the racism that's baked into America.
Yeah.
Why is she going as black? Why not? If we hate black people, why is she running as black? I mean, if what she says is true, you know what I mean? I looked this up. You know who does the best in this country, like per capita income? Eastern Indian.
Yeah.
Indian.
Oh, wow.
Her Indian side makes $145,000 a month. I mean, a year average. That's higher. Way higher than white people, higher than everyone. That's the highest. Want to know what the lowest is? Black. $57K. $57K versus $145K. And she and Indians in this culture, we just sort of go, I don't know, my doctor's Indian or my orthodontist is Indian.
They're more privileged. So she doesn't want to identify as privileged.
If she thought we were actually racist, why would she run as the race we don't like?
Because she doesn't think that.
That is 100% true. Because she would not do it if she thought, if you were half Jewish and half Catholic or half Protestant and you're running in Ireland and someone said they hate Jews, they all hate Jews, they have systemic Jew hatred, and you go, so what, I'm running as a Jew. Would you run as a Jew or would you run as a Catholic?
Catholic.
If that's what you thought.
Yeah.
No, but if your team is like a bunch of people that are a lot of black people, you want to play up the fact, hey, like, you know.
No, I get what she's doing, but if she actually thought this was a systemic racism problem and we had a problem with black people, then she wouldn't run as black.
I think she's saying that the other side is racist. So be on my side and, hey, look, I'm black.
She just says we still live in a society with tons of baked-in racism. That's all.
But
she doesn't believe it. And that's what I'm saying is she doesn't believe it because she doesn't act it. Yeah. Just like Gavin Newsom going to the French Laundry doesn't believe in COVID, just like the asshole who ran the COVID protocols in New York is going to fucking orgies. Because it's not that they don't believe it, is what I'm saying to you. They don't believe it.
Rules for thee, but not for me.
She doesn't believe it.
What was this story? She doesn't think her voters are.
The story was about hot people, but man, we spun off into a Adam rant.
Sorry.
Right there. That's fine.
Yeah, hot people, they're fine.
Poor hot people.
No. Oh, here's what I wanted to say.
How do you tie this back in? Because I don't know.
I'll tell you what's hot. The modifications I made on that Aston Martin DB9. That's hot. No, here's what it is. We figured out that if you could be in a group that you could get some attention and some sympathy and possibly jump the line at the admissions board at UCLA or the pilot training program for Delta. Mm-hmm. We figured that out.
Yeah.
So hot people went, oh, shit, I got nothing. You know, I'm just fucking hot. You know what I mean? And people don't have any sympathy for me, especially just like white, blonde, and hot. So now we have to start talking about this eating disorder I had or what happened when I went to Europe when I was 17 and all these photographers that are predatory. And now what I have to do is I have to try to carve out some sort of victimization.
Yes.
You see it every single time they do like a doc or they do a book. They do a book with like, oh, Brooke Shields is going to do a doc. Oh, okay, you led a pretty damn good. Oh, no, I was victimized by someone I won't say his name in a hotel room. You know, so we go, it wasn't just a beautiful white chick who had every door open since she was 9.5. Oh, no. She's a... Otherwise, why would... I've never heard more women brag about abortions. Mm-hmm. Abortion used to be like, okay, so
I have a joke about that.
Why are you bragging about it? They're bragging about it to try to get something. You know what I mean? I wish I was cornholed by a priest.
Oh my God.
Then I'd get some fucking sympathy. You understand? Right now, I'm just...
the Americans Got Talent sad music.
I'm just...
This guy got cornholed by a priest.
I did. Write that down. Run with it. Because I'm just a white heterosexual dude who gets nothing.
Yeah.
Thank God I have immense ability. But if I didn't, then where would I be?
Yeah, you get rewarded
You'd be reading the news on this show.
That's right.
You get more rewarded for sad stories now.
Yes. So why the plethora of sad stories in the last 20 minutes? Why is everyone a victim now?
Who did you
Everyone.
lose to in America Got Talent?
Well, I lost to a lot of people.
Well, who won?
Well,
what sad sob won
I
the
think
damn thing?
Richard Goodman, who was a janitor. He's a janitor.
Oh, the singer.
And he sings.
The Journey?
Yeah, he sings Journey, and he's a janitor. And
Yeah. Okay, I voted
He has
for
a
him.
good-
He's good.
You
Yeah,
did?
so did I. I voted twice. I hired.
You vote?
No, what? Here's what I'm saying. What's with the down rounding? Why everyone who grew up upper middle class is all of a sudden middle class, and all the middle class were like we were lower middle class, and all the lower middle class were I had to sleep in my car. Where did all this down rounding come from? It's to try to get some fucking juice.
Right.
So every politician, I'm middle class. Okay, your mom's a college professor. That's not what, we think of middle class as like my dad's a mailman and my mom worked at the sewing factory or something. But that high-end college professor, college professor.
Middle class,
we
I
don't
know.
think, and now you're not rich, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about middle class. Why is everyone rounding down?
Yeah.
Why is everyone like, oh, shucks, no, we didn't have much.
No,
we
because
didn't-
there's a sexiness about like being like I grew up poor, but like I don't really bring it up that often. But other people who weren't so much always want to tell this great story where they pull themselves up by their bootstraps.
It's like
kind
the
of deal.
same. It's the opposite of when people are rich. They don't talk about being rich, but if they're kind of rich, they want to seem rich.
They always
and then
slip.
poor. It's like you really want to be poor if you're not poor.
The poor, the people who claim being poor always slip up. They go, we were really middle class. Like we're pretty, my dad was cheap. Like when we were in France when I was 14, he said a 3 croissant limit. Three is your max croissant. Like they do when you, Fitzdog. I love Fitzdog. But Fitzdog will always go like real middle, just real basic stuff. Like even at our country club, my mom we had to rent golf clubs. And I was like, okay, you just said the word country and club and you put them together. And so you're already way ahead.
Yeah,
Priced yourself out.
Yes, that's right.
The Journey singer offers to quit his band through an online fan vote following criticism for Rock in Rio performance.
Well, now they got the guy
now
from your show.
Wasn't he play? Yeah, didn't they play on the show on America's Got Talent with him? Or maybe that was just a different band.
Oh, well, they didn't.
Some band played with him.
No, that was Journey. I think I saw in the clip.
Yeah.
We could look for the clip.
He played with them or something?
No, but hold on.
I don't know.
Dear, sweet,
Was that
sweet,
wasn't
sweet
Journey.
Erica. I know. It's the lead singer from Journey.
Okay. Oh, so he wasn't.
So we don't need. I don't know for certain, but we need the band. But
Good
the
point.
old janitor's the guy's now going to be the lead singer.
I get it,
guess.
yeah. Janitor named Richard Goodall auditioned "Don't Stop Believing." Okay.
If I fucking hear this song ever again,
Yeah, I know.
What the hell? The most played out ass song on earth.
Well. Man-Eater's the one that, anyway, don't get me
I
started.
think he sang, or maybe he only sang.
All right, well, let's hear. So this is the janitor with Journey.
I guess.
Oh, they actually
the
hired him.
band.
I had no idea.
Yeah, more. But what I'm saying is, if you said, this guy's not a janitor, he's a CEO of a major Fortune 500 company, and then he sung, someone throw a fucking chair at him.
That's true.
Or
They
get the
would
fuck
not-
your fat ass off the fucking
that's a good
stage
point.
act.
Slap his
No, we
paperboard
love
cap
the
off.
janitor. It's the janitor theme.
Yeah, they like the story.
And by the way, he's 61. Is he a janitor or is he in charge of maintenance at some commercial building where he tells Mexicans what to do all day?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? When he's
think
scraping
that-
gum off the
he
fucking
ain't
I think
tile.
he's a legit
Shit.
janitor because
Nah.
he's in a he's from a small town.
Well, part of the story.
Kansas or something. I don't know. I wasn't in his group, so I didn't really. I met him once, but I didn't.
I don't buy the janitor. Listen, if I was doing stand-up on the show, I would have gone with the janitor
I
theme
know. I
as
needed
well.
a better story than I want more people to come to my show.
No, you needed to be a janitor.
Yes.
Or I would go with
Yeah.
black janitor myself. But that'll get you some fucking votes.
Yeah, or I should have said I'm living in my car or something like that.
This
maybe.
guy kind of sucked. I mean,
It wasn't good.
It wasn't good, right? Well, let's hear a little more just because I'm angry. Now, the other Journey guy.
The other Journey guy's quitting so he could take over. Richard Goodall can take over the band.
Now is the time. Now is the time for Journey
This is
to
his
reclaim
time.
Journey.
Yeah, he's
get
been on a
Journey
journey to
back.
get back to Journey.
Yeah, he's been with the band since 2007, this Arnold Pineda
Yeah,
character.
who is he? What does he look like?
He was so affected by his performance and the criticism he received, he offered up an online poll for fans to vote him out of the rock band.
Well, he's Vietnamese? Filipino?
Filipino, I think.
Filipino?
Filipino, yeah.
And he earned his way in, but what was so wrong with the performance? I don't know if there's any...
Maybe there's a Rock in Rio performance that we have.
He has a
I don't
lot
know
of tattoos.
exactly why.
Where people were angry about it?
Wait, this is what he wrote?
Yeah, this is his post.
Now, how did the voting go down? Listen, his job is safe with that fucking janitor.
He looks a little drunk based on the writing.
Yeah, I mean, I
Right?
think you do get fired up and drunk on Facebook if you're going to make a
Yeah,
Facebook post
I mean,
like this.
he's not even using the right,
Well, his first
commas
language is not
I think this is
possibly English.
Yeah,
I don't
this
know.
is a cliffhanger. It's not. I guess the voting is going on right now. So if you'd like to vote,
Yeah.
go to Facebook.
My thing is there any footage of this performance? Because I think we could, if there's footage of it, we could weigh in as to whether he did a good job or
he
not.
posted this drunk. It wasn't. Did you read it? He wasn't.
Yeah, no.
spelling-
So what? Maybe he got a little juiced up before the show and won out and had a lesser than stellar performance because maybe he was a little intoxicated or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to see him.
This is where social media is really detrimental. It's like, just
he-
go pass out. You don't need to go write a post.
I know.
Yeah.
Valkyrie Gina said that his performance was
Valkyrie
awesome.
Gina. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Valkyrie Gina.
Shit about my Aston Martin.
Yeah. His bandmates are saying that it's fine. They support him. His guitarist
They're like,
is
please
saying,
go.
Yeah, no.
Well, listen, we're going to need some Don't Stop Believing. If we have the clip, by the way, if we're going to do the story, find the clip because I don't know if this was worth it or not. But if you have Don't Stop Believing, I'll take Any Way You Want It, by the way, which is a much better song than Don't Stop Fucking
It
Believing.
is a good song.
It's a good song.
Don't stop.
And Don't Stop's I don't know, fucked
Cheesy.
out. It cheesy and bad.
They wore it out, really.
They wore it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we'll find that. We'll find that clip.
He must make so much money off that song, though. Wow. He's gotta be
The weird
so
thing
rich.
is, I didn't know this about Journey, that they have fired and hired singer after singer. This is like the third,
Oh,
fourth
really?
singer.
So this isn't
Yeah.
the main singer?
No, this guy is only since 2007. That song, I
Well,
don't know
since
what
2007 is 17 years.
So who owns?
And then- no,
who
but-
owns the song? Who owns the rights to the song?
Neil Sean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the guitarist. So,
Oh, really?
yes, the guitarist is. I mean, that
Oh,
song really.
he's the main guy.
That's a sing-along song with a great guitar riff.
I
It's
see.
kinda
So he
wild.
owns the whole thing. Wow.
Yeah, so this, I don't know. This Rock in Rio performance must have been pretty bad, or Valkyrie Gina just really has a good,
You know what I would like? I feel like we have the technology for this, especially with this Neuralink stuff. We can now put a chip in your head and move your arm around and stuff.
Oh my God.
You know how much I would pay for a satellite subscription or any kind of subscription to? And here's all the subscription is.
to Jane Fonda's thoughts.
It pumped into my cerebellum.
Yeah.
No, I would say I have a music channel. It is a subscription I will pay for on this music channel. I would like to hear rock and roll, and or I will take, like a genre, the Pretenders, Elvis Costello thing,
I
a
like Elvis Costello.
new wave they would call it or something. But I will take this I will give you the genres. We
Yes.
have sort of classic rock I will take, and then I will take, like I said, the Joe Jacksons or the Elvis Costellos or the Pretenders or that ilk.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But any song that's been played more than 500,000 times cannot be played on this. And so
that's smart.
I will not hear Don't Stop Believing, but I will hear Any Way You Want It, or maybe a deeper Journey cut.
You might get Wheel in the Sky.
Maybe I'll get Wheel in the Sky for that.
Yeah.
And I will not hear Allison by Elvis Costello. I won't hear that, but I will hear Goon Squad, which is a better song. So I'll just hear everybody's better B-side and not all the motherfucking, I'll never hear fucking Man Eater ever again, but I might hear Sarah Smile. So in which case, I'll just get all the best of all the fucking bands instead of all the fucked out shit. I would pay $100 a month for that subscription on that satellite radio.
Isn't it just Spotify?
Corolla Deep Cut
maybe
Radio.
right.
Spotify, you can just decide what you want to hear.
That's too much work. I'd rather pay somebody off.
Well, speaking of technology, Japanese scientists...
But can you say what you don't want to hear?
No.
Because I don't want to hear Man Eater, and I don't want to hear Don't Stop Believing.
You can say what you don't.
Yeah, you can take that song out. Like, you can suggest less.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Okay, I'm
So
going
it's there.
to do
We
that.
have the technology.
Yeah, it's going to be easy with
You can
Paul
also
Abdul.
just fast forward.
That's just the
You can
whole
just say no.
catalog. Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right, wait, do we have him?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, is this the
bad
guy?
one? Rock and Rio. Here it is. Yes.
Okay, it is not good.
Get that janitor back. Well,
Richards was better. You can tell he's just sick of the song. He's like, you have to sing this again.
I think we need the beginning. I think we need the beginning where he's just sort of on his own.
I think
this is a good representation of it. But I still just
guy
need
who's
the
like, I
quiet
don't want
alone
to sing
part
this anymore.
before
he
the
doesn't
chorus.
want to sing.
Plot twist, the janitor hired a troll farm in India. Bingo bango. Everyone hates him. He's out.
Oh.
Paperboy caps in.
Smart.
Boom.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fresh off his AGT win over Erica Rhodes, this guy just dunking. You know?
I wish I could do the mic. You know, they do that thing where like third eye blind guy can't hit the high note anymore, so he holds the mic out.
Yeah.
I like to do that with my comedy.
Yeah.
I'd just be up there like, "What's up with bitches?"
You be tripping.
Just put the mic,
put it to
just
the
hold the
audience.
mic out for 8 minutes. All right.
It's kind of what crowd work is now.
Yeah, I know.
It's kind of like you do the work,
You watch Matt Rife then.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
right?
But at least he has to say something.
Yeah.
This
That's
is him
true. This is
holding.
just
I want to
going,
do
you
the
do it.
comedy version, and I want to do the whole milieu.
That's a good word.
Yeah, do we need
Milieu.
shebang and milieu? I want to do the whole thing.
Yeah.
I want to bring up guest comedians to do 5 minutes next to me like they do. Hey, the Foo Fighters are in town. Yeah, they have 8 other singers come out, just do a song, you know.
Yeah.
They'll do that. I'll cover their bits.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
cover
Between
someone
the
else.
covering, you guys remember Mort Saul, right? Yeah, all right. He did a bit. I'll do other people's bits. I'll bring guest comedians out to solo, and then I'll do the mic hold thing, and I'll do an hour fucking stand on my
you don't have
head.
to do anything.
I don't have to do anything.
I need a
That's
ride
what-
to the airport.
That's right.
You got to make sure you leave the stage at the end of your show and disappear for like 6 minutes and make everybody still clap.
Yeah, everyone's still
Encore.
clap. Right.
And then say it's hard to be a white male right now.
And then you
Yeah.
come back with some George Carlin.
Yeah, I come back. I finished with George Carlin.
Right.
Yeah. That's my new bit.
Yeah.
Why just limited to rock and roll? Why can't we do that? We're performers.
Yeah, you can do anything you want now.
Yeah, I'm doing the mic thing. I'm gonna try that. See if that works.
I just feel
Oh,
bad.
wait, we
I feel
have the
bad
beginning.
for singers that have to sing the same song over and over and over again.
Well, like on one hand, you feel bad for them, right?
Yeah.
But on the other hand,
It's
any
easy.
comics that had this conversation where they go, "We're going back to Boise," and then I go, "Shit, when were we there? We were there 11 months ago." Oh, fuck.
God.
What'd we do? Well, we're not doing the same shit. That's what we're not doing. And you're like, oh fuck,
my
a new
God.
another hour?
Yeah.
And you go, we could sprinkle in a couple of the hits, right? Like, no, Journey doesn't have to do that.
No.
Right? They
Yeah,
can just
they just do the
sleepwalk right
same.
through their shit. Well, we have the beginning of the song. Sorry, let's see.
Oh, there's so many people there too.
must hate it.
They
I
must
would hate
hate
it.
it. Oh, they hate it.
Just small town girl.
Who's this? Oh no.
You're right.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I
That's
see,
what
yeah.
I do. Yeah.
I can see the ace man just out there.
Yeah.
It's just a city boy. Born and raised in South Detroit.
Oh,
Who is the other
It's at the
guy?
midnight drink out we like. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we get it. Oh my God.
Yeah, all right.
That's why. That's why everybody's pissed. Makes sense to me.
I thought it was a different guy singing before.
No.
Oh, I didn't see him before.
This guy's
I
a
was
janitor.
looking at the guitar guy. I was looking at the guitarist. I didn't see the singer before.
Yeah, I know. Same guy.
That was not good. That was not good.
The chat from YouTube basically said that the songs chew guys up. That
they hate it.
They're all super high up in the octave and stuff. Like
It's not easy.
It's not
to
easy.
sing
So
at
they
that high
burn-
level.
See, now
Unless
don't
your
you have
voice
more
is totally
respect for
built for it.
Richard?
Their voices are kind of built for it, but it's
Yeah.
still
chew-
a strain.
No, it's like professional wrestling. The human body's just not
Can't be
built for that. Whereas you can sing like "Swing Low, Sweet Chariot" for the rest of your fucking life.
And if he's been doing it since 2007, then yeah, it's really easy to see how that can wear off. I don't have a high register anymore.
You can sing Bing Crosby songs for the rest of your fucking life. You can go
Burl Ives.
Silver and gold.
Yeah.
Silver and gold. Yeah, that's Burl Ives.
But now give us the highest note that you can do.
Gold. Well, no, if you're Burl Ives. Oh, you're talking to me.
yeah.
I got range.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you seem.
Oh.
you
You
seem
can-
like
you can do
would
Journey.
sing
Here's your vehicle,
higher,
baby.
actually.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I can do
Anyway.
Oh, I can go way
Yeah,
up in
you're
the
a higher
register.
register. for
Yeah,
sure.
give me some Lou Christie. Let's give me some Lou Christie, Two Faces of I. I'll show you some range. Joe, you know the Lou Christie, do you? No, why would you? No, you know sports. I know octaves. You know sports.
I know octaves.
Yeah, come on, hit us with that. Ace.
All right.
Oh, I don't want the world.
Two Faces of I.
That's my range.
Stand corrected. Oh my God.
I don't know if I'd call it singing. It was a little more
Oh,
like.
yeah, it's better than
more like
singing. It's better than
screeching.
You love Lou Christie, too?
Yeah, I love this. Yeah, this is my range.
I'm into
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I'm
You
into it.
natural
You
for
got
me.
it. Yeah, call for Archie to come downstairs.
I don't know the words.
All right, well, let's
That's what it
find
sounds like a Muppet.
All right, let's find another Lou Christie.
He's gonna do
These
this
were
all show.
these were hits.
I like
These
it.
were 60s hits.
I could see this being a hit.
Yeah, it's a
Lou
likable.
Christie.
That last one was a number 6 hit in 1962.
Wow, I love 60s music.
Lou.
All right.
All right.
Goodness, every dog in the
But don't
neighborhood.
tell me I couldn't go out
No,
there
you
and wow
don't.
that
I think you're ready
Rio
for
You
it.
crowd.
have knocked my socks off.
You're
You're not
ready
the
for America's Got Talent.
I would tell the band would start with 4 or 5 Lou Christie hits, and then we'll get into some of the Journey stuff, time permitting. You know what I mean? We'll probably sneak in a couple Journey songs in between Lou Christie songs, you know. And I go out there and wow that Rio crowd, you know. I do my line, and I'd hold the mic out, and everyone would look at me confused. Like, what the fuck do you want from me? All right, I wouldn't have put it to a vote if I was that guy.
No.
No.
No, I don't think you should put it to a vote either.
No. Listen, I got a dick. I'm a janitor. I don't need the fucking road and the lifestyle. I'm a humble guy from the Kansas City area who's a janitor license by places.
Very good then.
With the
large key ring.
Yeah,
Hey,
big key ring.
he was a lot better than the lead guy.
Oh, that's
Richard,
true.
You know?
Yeah.
Much more soothing voice.
Yeah.
But you said we had the technology to make things happen, right, ma'am? We have the technology right now to put Steve Perry back in Journey.
Yeah.
We can put walls
Right.
backstage. They're separate tour buses. You just got to mind them for a couple hours on stage so they don't get on each other's throats. It's what the fans want. Journey, do it.
Do they hate each other?
Yeah, they hate each other.
Wait, is Steve Perry dead?
No.
Oh.
Very much alive.
But he doesn't want to do it? Was he the main lead singer?
Oh, Sherry, he's in love. Yeah,
He's in love?
He's great. He's great.
He's quoting song lyrics.
Oh. Sorry. I don't know the Journey lingo.
I was actually not Steve Perry solo.
Been on it.
I only know that one song.
But you're pretty well versed in Lou Christie.
Yeah.
I grew up listening to the 60s songs.
What's your favorite?
I like Linda Ronstadt.
Yeah.
Different Drum.
Oh, really?
That's a good song. Dear.
Would you like to sing that song?
No. Well.
You and I?
Sure, let's play it.
No, I mean You and I is the first lyric.
Oh, you and I dance to the beat of a different drum. Oh, hon, can't you tell by the way I run? Every time you make eyes, you lay eyes on me.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, you cry, you say, I believe in a senile sense that we'll both live a lot longer.
Yeah. Yeah.
My God.
You're about there.
Yeah, I believe in a senile sense that crying and grieving will both live a lot longer.
Yeah, if you live without me,
I cry.
Beat of a different
drum. Oh, can't you tell by the way I run? Every time you make eyes with me. Whoa. You cry.
All right, give me another. You got another 60 song?
Let's
You grew up in a very musical environment, right?
I did, yeah. Who else do I like? I love Linda Ronstadt.
You know, I'll tell you who you like.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Because you're very musical.
Yeah, I like melodies.
You like the Association?
The association with what? Music?
It's the name of a very popular band from that era.
I don't know the associate. What do they sing?
They sung Along Comes Mary. They sung Wendy.
What about Peter, Paul, and Mary?
It's very kind
Is
of
it similar to that?
What are the? You would like the Association because
I might not know them.
Oh, you'll know
will?
the Association. Yeah, they do Along
What
Comes
about
Mary.
the Shirelles too? Or
thing?
Yeah.
The Fifth Dimension.
Okay. I'm sure I would recognize them. I
Didn't
know.
they, after they played the song, say the name of the band ever? Like when you were young?
Well, I don't remember all the names of the bands. Unless they're a singer. If it's
right here.
If it's a singer, I know the singer. Oh yeah, I know this.
Fifth Dimension.
I think I know this. Yes.
You do already.
Or what about a white? This reminds me of
This sounds like the soundtrack from the Planet of the Apes.
I know. I thought this was Wu-Tang Clan. Oh yeah.
Stand by. Maybe it should be a long intro. Let me find it.
I feel like this has been in movies. This song. This is more 70s though, isn't it, than 60s?
This is probably
Feels 70s.
late 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
What
like the
other-
early 60s.
What are other hits? There's "Marry Me, Bill." There's this song.
What about Shirelles? The Shirelles.
Hold on, I'm on the Fifth Dimension here for 1 second.
okay.
Up
Sorry.
and away a hit.
Up a Beautiful Balloon, right? Then they have "Marry Me, Bill," but they have a Wedding Bell Blues. I think it's called "Marry Me, Bill." But then they have "Age of Aquarius," but they have they have a sort of kicking song. They have like a Soul Picnic or something. What are their?
They definitely have
Last
that
night I
70s
didn't get to
vibe.
Oh, Last Night is great. Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
Oh, this is such a pretty
Yeah,
song.
this is more my speed.
This is a song like one of those I'm in love songs.
Last night I didn't get to sleep at all.
No, it's a beautiful like I'm in love song.
Laid awake and watched until the morning light washed away the darkness of the lonely night. Last night I got to thinking maybe I should call you up and just forget my foolish pride. I heard your number ringing, I went cold inside. Last night I didn't get to sleep at all. Yeah, I like this
That's a
one.
beautiful
I like
song.
this one. My fault.
Yeah, she got into an argument with her man, but she can't keep away.
Part of mine could use a rest. But more and more I find the dreams
I feel my estrogen level just like overflowing right now.
Yeah.
My balls are retracting into my stomach.
Oh, they're good.
Totally my
Fifth Dimension's a good fucking
that's-
band.
This is definitely my kind of.
Is this Soul Picnic
Yeah,
or something?
I like these sad
Nah, I don't
love
want Soul
songs.
Picnic.
All right.
Give me another
I like
Fifth
them.
Dimension hit. Let's see.
Do you know a white pale? What is a white pale? A white
Light-
shade of
whiter shade of pale.
Yeah, whiter shade
Oh,
of
this
pale.
is Up and Away.
That's
This
a
is
good
Beautiful
song.
Blue.
A whiter
You're
shade of
thinking
pale.
of Procol Harum. This was a hit.
Would you like to ride my beautiful moon? We could float among the stars.
Oh, here's where it'll kick in. This is why they're a great band, this part. They had arrangements. They had like arrangements.
Yeah.
You're right,
Paula
yeah.
Abdul doesn't have arrangements.
No.
Janice Jackson just has bullshit.
Is it a product of the times? Like I feel like
They
they take
couldn't
you on a journey.
synthesize shit. They couldn't synthesize it.
So
They had to have a full
actually-
orchestra.
And they had to have range too.
Yeah, Janet Jackson. Let me say Janet.
It's like all of these songs sound like they could be part of a stage play.
Yes.
Janis Joplin, did you say?
I said Janis Jackson.
I like Janis Joplin.
Yeah, it would have been a place for you and your cello in this.
Yeah,
mix.
there's always cello in these kind of songs.
All right. Is there any Fifth Dimension song I'm missing? Let's see.
Never My Love.
With the deep
Oh,
cuts,
Never
the
My
deep
Love. That's
cuts.
the most famous one.
I just want to be on record as saying you're going to pay more in copyright claims for this episode than you make on that Aston Martin.
All right.
Oh yeah, how are we gonna do any of this?
Yeah.
I got a bid in on that Aston Martin, so we can keep the price low.
Never My Love.
This is a.
I know Never My Love. Yeah, do.
All right, but this is a cover from the Association.
Okay, I know this one.
All right. Next news story.
Okay.
That's an association song.
He's like, we can't sing anymore.
Can't sing anymore.
He just realized Japanese scientists create a dream reading machine that can record your dreams, allegedly.
Oh, man.
Yeah, scientists in Japan claim to have invented this machine. Can record weird and wonderful world of dreams and replaying your subconscious misbehaving in stunning video sequences.
Wow.
I don't know if anyone wants this.
I don't know if that can be accurate either. How do they do that? They'd have to read your mind.
You know what's strange to me? Did you notice like those AI generated videos have a very dreamlike quality of things just appearing and disappearing and
Yeah, that's true.
molding? So it kind of
Yeah.
like gives us insight to what's going on in our head.
I feel like they probably just make it up though.
I had a dream
How
last.
would you fact check it?
Do you guys remember? I had a dream last night that Taylor Swift was hot for me.
Wow.
Which I've never had. I've never had a dream that any celebrity liked me ever.
Really?
That was a bizarre. I've never had that.
Wasting
that
your
dream.
dreams.
I know my dreams are like boring and weird. You know, my dreams are like I go out to my car and someone stole my catalytic converter and I go.
Oh, they're
shit."
anxiety dreams.
They're like they're yeah. I would
It's
call
just
them more
anxiety.
dread dreams.
Yeah.
Like just kind of like oh shit. I gotta get ready. I gotta leave. I gotta
man.
get up early. Like weird.
That's depressing.
Yeah, just kind of depressing dreams.
Yeah.
No, but they're not. They're not really. Okay, but here's an interesting thing.
Okay.
I hate it. I hate it when people say to me, like, I paid for someone's funeral once, and this happens a lot. And and it drives me nuts. I paid for someone's funeral once, and the person, I said, Jesus, how much did this cost? And the person said, it was her dad. She said, it wasn't that much. It wasn't that bad. Like the most expensive thing was a coffin, and that was $1,300. And I said, oh, all right, well, that's not that bad. And she goes, oh, $13,000. And I go, oh, God, I hate it when when it goes that direction.
Yeah.
I try to get people not to do that in my life all the time, but they can't. They can't stop doing it. Like they just do it all the fucking time to me, all the time, and I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
And I remember very distinctly when I was like 9 and I was sleeping in this shit box on a service porch in my mom's broken down North Hollywood house, on a army cot in the back, and I had some dream that was like, oh, I had candy and toy guns, and the room was festooned and adorned with candy and pop guns and stuff like that. I was like having this great dream, and then I woke up and I looked at the shit box I was in with the fucking paint flaking off the wall, and the dog. I didn't have a dog, with a cat walking in a circle looking for a place to die. And I remember going, it was all candy and pop guns for me.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I don't want to do that.
Oh, wow.
So I'll have a dream where it's the opposite of that.
Well, you think that you like reframed your brain so that
what I did is I said, instead of dreams of candy and pop guns, I'll have dreams that someone stole my bike. And then I'll wake up and my bike will be in the yard, and then I'll be happy. So
you decided to make reality more your dream and your dreams more reality?
I managed my expectations in my dreams.
Wow.
So I have dreams where it's like, the fucking hall toilet's overflowing and there's water damage everywhere. And then I wake up and I look at the hall toilet and I go, oh, good.
You're winning.
See, that's the way I do it. If I do dreams that are where I win the Heisman Trophy, then I'm disappointed.
So you were slacking off last night because you had a good dream.
I don't know how Taylor Swift made it in there. No, it still wasn't good. There was problems. You know what I mean?
And with the relationship?
Yeah, well, we didn't get that far down the road. I was just like...
Travis Kelce's after
he
your
was
ass.
coming after me, and it was a weird... It wasn't going to work, but I was flattered, But I've never... I didn't even like her in terms of like... I don't sit around and think about her, I didn't even know how she made it. That's the beauty of dreams. How'd she even make it in?
Right. She's everywhere, so I'm sure you just saw a picture or something.
She's ubiquitous.
Yeah.
Maybe the Japanese infected your brain with this technology.
That's who I'm going to blame it on.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah, sorry, you got more?
No, it just reads your dreams, and it's going to give possibilities to look into our subconscious mind.
It's got to be nice being Japan.
I mean, I'm afraid that the first one they're gonna read is like tentacle porn or something.
Yeah.
Japan.
It's not gonna be good.
But how would they do that without reading your mind? I mean, if this sounds like then they would be able to read your mind.
I read another article that they have functional magnetic resonance imaging that makes it so that if you're thinking about a red ball, they know.
What?
So they already have that. Yeah, if they have that little cap to read, they already can sort of read your mind. Not like sophisticated yet, but it's coming.
Oh, it's so creepy.
Yep.
We give Japan a lot of respect, because they go, there's a machine out of Japan that reads your mind and reads your dreams and can illustrate them. And you go, wow, man, what do they think of next? But if they said, there's a machine out of Mexico. You go, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck, hook up to a donkey. Get the fuck out of here. Have another shot at tequila. Get the fuck out of here. So Japan gets, if they say it's out of Japan, we go,
You're right. Yeah, you're right.
They got a sex robot that's so realistic.
Yeah,
right?
They
We
probably
just go,
will
what
be
do
the
they
first
think of?
sex robot people.
They already are.
They already
They
have it.
are?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We keep up to date on that.
Oh, yeah.
Sex
We know.
robot
I
technology.
knew nothing about it.
Oh, no, I'm on their mailing list.
Really? They're going
yeah.
to send you one?
Well, obviously,
No, I get the newsletter. I get the updates.
The sex robot newsletter?
Yeah, I call it a newsletter, but yeah, I get the updates.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, they've come a long way. This is not your grandfather's sex robot.
No, this is
No.
like an actual feeling sex robot.
They say it's not a Roomba. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like saying so there's like they go. There's a robot that'll vacuum your living room, and then we get a Roomba. But
Yeah.
we pictured Rosie the robot from the Jetsons. It was a robot who
Right.
pushed a vacuum cleaner. You know,
Yes.
I think their new sex robots are Rosie, not a Roomba.
Wow.
That's a real
person.
I don't know. I got to read my newsletter. I got to see what's going on. I mean, what is there a totally realistic looking Japanese sex robot?
Can you give me the Mexican
Yeah,
one?
is there a picture?
What the
Mexican
sex?
robot?
Yeah, if I'm going sex robot, I'm going Mexican.
That is
sex
a
robot.
modified Roomba. It's the Mexican one. Yeah, it's got an inline. I think they're nice now. They're
they're
good.
sexy. They look like real people.
I think
There's a little uncanny valley thing there. I'm sure
Oh,
where
wow.
you don't know.
Oh, hey.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, they're Japanese with big
and
boobs.
they can move and
I
stuff.
used to date her actually.
Yeah.
She looks a little scared.
Well, as I've said in my comedy routine, if you're going to have a full-blown, robot that's 5'11",
Yeah.
where are you stashing her? You know what I mean?
Right.
Because we used to hide porn.
Yeah.
Guys could hide the disc or the porn mag or under the bed, mattress, box
Yeah.
spring, sock drawer, or whatever. Where are we putting this?
Fold this into
You
your
need
living room closet.
a walk-in closet.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but even that, you couldn't even stash her in the closet if you had like guests stay the weekend or something. You'd be
Yeah,
nervous.
that's true.
In the garage.
Yeah, it's not like a vibrator you can put in a drawer.
Yeah.
You have to put her. You can't. Well,
You can't
do
stash.
Do they?
No, listen.
Do they deflate or they're not like?
they see. I don't know.
Maybe
We're
you
just looking
can-
at a but is there like a full length pic?
Maybe
pic
you
of
can
these
put her
things?
back
Or
in
they
the
operate?
box.
No, but then they got the box. Oh, I guess
How
you
do
could
they
just
ship her?
Why does
They
she
have to
ever
ship
need to
her.
stand up?
Doesn't she have to be shipped?
Yeah, they got ground. Oh yeah.
You know
No,
what I
you
mean?
get a
Like, if
crate.
you could put
You'd
it
have to
in
get a crate.
box. You could put it in
But then people want to know what that huge crate was with tits.
Exactly.
a crate with tits.
No, listen.
Like you can't hide the tits.
I came up with a version of this where you just could let your sex robot roam around the house, even with your like religious ex-mother-in-law or your snooty friends.
Yeah.
But is there Joe, there's got to be something, right? It
mean,
can't just be like a rendering of a waist up
A busty
thing,
woman,
right?
yeah. I mean, I got one that I need Foos to take a look at and do
Chip
some
could do a
modification.
little breathe on it.
They should
Go
give
the
them-
bottom pick and let's just get a
Oh,
full.
see, there is a box.
See, I got the
It's got a
same
full
one.
length.
Premium box is $800.
You can go the bottom pick, or what was the well, not the bottom pick anymore. There it is. What? How tall are they? Like they work? Are they $10,000? Like
$2 Gs.
I don't really
looks
get
like.
how the sex part works.
all right.
Well,
I'll
okay.
show you.
So when a man
No,
loves a
I mean,
robot, here's
yeah,
what
that's
he
right.
does.
It like it's a heating function, a moaning function.
Standing function.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So here's my deal. You
This
pick
is
your
very
eye color.
disturbing to me.
It's disturbing.
Disturbing
It
to
is.
everyone.
But can I say? All right.
Oh
Here's
my God, they have pictures of the vaginas.
Well, you got to know. You want the landing strip. You want the
Oh
70s
my
bush.
God.
It's all.
This is not appropriate.
This is great.
All right, let me say this.
Thank you guys for this. I appreciate your research on the fly.
Is there a $10,000 one though? Like I heard there's a really expensive one. All right, so
why don't you
all right.
just order a sex worker if you're going to spend $10,000 on a fake body?
Sex workers, you know,
You have
They
to-
ask
you have to talk- you have to
questions.
talk to them?
They, talk.
Yeah,
They-
exactly.
they look in the eye.
Wow, you guys
All of
know
those
a lot
prices
about it.
that you just saw, like $1,600-$1,700, those were just for the upgrades. That was like make her a foot taller, make her eyes.
Oh,
so
like you were talking about with the
it's-
car.
It's
Yeah.
$10,000-$12,000.
Oh,
easy.
by the time you get done with the bush and the eyeballs and the
Hood
the-
scoop.
and the the warming
warmer?
coil and the taint and all the other bells and simonizing, rust proofing.
I love one that just says no thanks. That's what I would click on. No thanks.
All right, so you get this. You get with all the upgrades. By the time you get this thing out the door, it's $15,000. All right. So here's my thing, Erica.
Yeah.
I don't want to stash this thing in the closet. I'm scared someone will find it.
That's the problem.
You'd have a heart attack because your fucking kids would come over for the weekend, and at some point your son would go, your daughter would go, "Where's my tennis racket?" And you'd see her walking down the hall, and you'd be like, "Not it. I'll find it. I'll buy you a new one." Like you'd be freaked out.
Yeah.
No, here's what it is. I would let her loose in the house, and I would have her just moving around the house.
Okay.
But you got to program her to do other tasks.
I was just going to say, why
So
don't you...
she could like push a Swifter or flip an omelet or walk the dog, and then you'd go, "Oh, it's not a sex."
Yeah, it's a pet.
helper.
You just called her a pet robot, and she just does
Yeah, she's
favors.
a helper.
She
She's a
does
helper.
Multiple, like a favor robot. She does favors.
She's just washing one
sex
dish.
is just one of them.
Yeah, she can do chores.
She's washing one dish like this.
Yeah. She takes the dishwashing liquid out and sprays it all over her face. Oh, yeah.
Dad, I think she's unhinged.
She's fine.
The robot's doing other things.
We just,
They just need to fix the programming here.
We just got to flash her chip. She keeps spraying all the Dawn all over her tits. Yeah, and yelling, "Oh, yeah."
Sorry, washing the bay windows.
Forgot to program her into the cleaning woman.
Yeah. I asked her to open a soda, and she put the cap up her vagina and twisted it. All right. Let's straighten things out here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's take a break.
Okay.
Take a break.
We need a break
Let's
from
regroup.
that. Okay.
And we're going to come back, and we'll do more right after this. O'Reilly Auto Parts. They're in the business of keeping your car on the road. O'Reilly offers friendly, helpful service and the parts and knowledge you'll need for all your maintenance and repairs. I've always gone to O'Reilly. I used to live up in the hills in La Crescenta. I'd go to the one up on Foothill. Still there. They've got thousands of parts and accessories in stock, either in store or online, so you'll never have to worry if you're in a jam. The team at O'Reilly Auto Parts can test your battery for free in or out of your car, which is nice. You don't have to pull it. If it needs to be replaced, they'll help you find the right battery for your vehicle. Need your windshield wipers replaced, brake light fixed, quick service, they'll help you find the right part or point you to the nearest local repair shop for help as well. Whether you're a car aficionado or an auto novice, you'll find the team at O'Reilly knowledgeable, helpful, and best of all, friendly. So the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts are your one-stop shop for all things auto, do-it-yourself, and you can find what you need in the store or online. Stop by O'Reilly Auto Parts today or visit O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam. That's O'ReillyAuto.com/Adam.
It's time to check Adam's voicemail.
Hey, so the wife and I were driving. We were headed to Nashville to go party for the evening, and she wanted to put on songs about whiskey. And one song came up, and I kid you not, the lyrics were along the lines of, "I'm a hard drinking, whiskey knocking, rambling man." So I had to turn on retro rock and rock just to see, these are fake songs, and yet there really are songs that have the exact same lyrics.
You can leave us a message at 888-634-1744.
Yeah, Retro Rock and Rock was a man show bit I did with Adam Schlesinger, who passed away, who was from Fountains of Wayne. And I think their hit was Stacy's Mom Has Got It Going On or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
But he did a few interesting things. He, when you make a movie like That Thing You Do, and the movie is this little band out of Indiana had this big hit, when the song sucks, the moviegoers are like, how did this work? Yeah. But he wrote an actual hit for that song, for that movie. So you believe when you hear That Thing You Do, you go, oh, that'd be a hit from the late 60s or whatever. And also he wrote a really cute, there's a really cute rom-com with Hugh Grant and Drew Barrymore called I think music and lyrics or lyrics. It's a rom-com. It's like 15 years where he was a songwriter who was in a pop band, and it was like a funny, cute rom-com. And they needed another hit, and Adam Schlesinger wrote that hit too. Like he could write.
He could just write hits for this.
Well, it's like when they do a stand-up movie, but the person's stand-up isn't funny, but the audience is laughing. And you're like, that's not funny. No, why are they laughing? You know, and it feels fake.
Yes.
They have to do the same thing, music and lyrics. Yeah, 2007. So you need a realistic hit to be a hit because it's a hit in the movie. And Adam Schlesinger was able to do that. But when I came up with the concept of pure retro rock and rock, which was a send-up of like K-Tel 70s compilation rock music, I wrote the lyrics, but I went to Adam Schlesinger of Fountains of Wayne, who wrote all those, to write the music for the actual songs that I wrote. And then when you write parody songs, you kind of realize that, the real songs aren't that great. Like, it's like when you turn on SNL and you see like Jimmy Fallon rap and you go, well, his rap's as good as rap. Like, then what is it? Then is it that good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you can't really, if you parody something and your parody's as good as the actual product, then how good is the product?
Right. Like if it's easy to parody, then it can't be that hard.
I don't know if Adam Schlesinger wrote the music and sung it or whatever, but I'll play a minute of it, and then you can hear songs about whiskey. Sorry, just because.
Music today. I just don't get it. Hey, I'm Adam Carolla. You know, in my day, rock and roll wasn't about boy bands or this robot crap. Our songs were about drinking and brawling and rambling. You're not going to find these lost treasures on the radio, but you will find them here. Pure retro rock and rock. 20 songs that rock so hard, you'll think you died and went to hell. Songs about whiskey. Whiskey girl, my whiskey girl. Going up to Whiskey Mountain. I don't care what my woman thinks. I'm drunk. And songs about hard living, hard loving women. Devil lady, she'll pick you up in her truck and she'll drive you.
That's hilarious.
Whiskey drinking gypsy devil Cajun queen from New Orleans.
I thought I knew that song. I was like, I know that song.
What happened to rambling?
This bird's gotta fly. 18 wheels are rolling. Woman, don't you cry. Cajun whiskey, rambling devil queen. All aboard.
Those outfits. So 80s.
Pure retro rock and rock.
You get it. So, yeah. It's not that hard to write a whiskey or rambling.
Yeah, a country song.
Yeah, you just go. I remember going like on a rambling highway. This bird's gotta fly.
Yeah.
No, on a rambling highway. Woman, don't you cry.
Yeah.
18 wheels are rolling. Woman, don't you cry. And I was like, the fucking did that in 2 minutes. I'm not a songwriter. I just did every Leonard Skinner song and every 38 Special song in 10 minutes. I just distilled it. You got an 18-wheeler. I'm on the road. I got to leave my woman. She's behind. You know, it's pretty simple.
It's formulaic. It's like the same thing
If you are going to New Orleans, you're going to run into Cajun Queens. That's every fucking 70s song there was. No one ended up in New Orleans and did not come across a Cajun Queen.
Right.
If you went to New Orleans, except for the song in the Battle of New Orleans, where there was pre-Cajun Queen. But if you went to New Orleans, you ran into a Cajun Queen. That's just how it went.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody made the rhyme, and everyone just said, well, that's the rhyme. I don't know why, but that's how it works. So
was that already a song?
Which one?
The Cajun Queen one?
All those were made up songs.
Yeah.
And I had this idea for this bit that I always bothered me that every song from the 70s was about whiskey
Right.
or trucking or
Or Cajun
rambling or
Queens.
Cajun Queens or whatever. And I
Yeah.
wanted to do this parody
Yeah.
for a long time. And there were probably, I don't know, 5 bits I pitched over the years where Jimmy just was like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, I don't get it. And I was like, those K-Tel things. And he was just like, I don't vibe. Like, I'm not vibing with it,
Yeah.
So I had, there were like a lot of bits where I'd go, here's the bit I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
I got this idea for a bit. And we'd always kind of discuss them, and,
Yeah.
and a lot of them, like sometimes, we'd go, I want to do this bit. And Jimmy would go, oh, yeah, that's funny. I get it. Like, it's a funny idea. And then sometimes he'd go, that's funny, but it's not a man show bit.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'd be like, I don't really get what the bit is. Like, I don't get what the parody is because I don't remember seeing all those K-Tel commercials growing up. But I think, so what you do is you might try for it for like on season 1 or season 2. I'd always bring it up and they'd always go, I don't get it. It'd get voted down, But then by the time we get to season 4, maybe they were worn out enough where I was just like,
Fine,
I'm
let's
doing
just
the
do
fucking
it.
bit. Don't worry about it. So then it became about writing. I got to write whiskey songs. We got to come up with titles. We got Whiskey Girl and Whiskey Mountain, and we got to do that, and then we got to get Adam Schlesinger from Fountains of Wayne, who was in New York, and we're going to send him the lyrics, and he's going to send us tapes, of stuff that he composed and get. He probably got like this guy should sing Whiskey Devil Cajun Queen from New Orleans. Like they'll get that guy to sing that, and then they'll get the other guy to sing On a Rambling Highway or whatever. And he just kind of compose it,
Wow.
and he's sending tapes over and we're sending lyrics, whatever. It's an interesting, the process creatively is kind of interesting for people
Yeah.
that haven't really been through it. It's not like doing stand-up where you come up with a joke, you write it down, you go, I'm going to try that one out. It's a whole, like, get a room, get the art department together. What's the guy going to look like? How are we going to shoot this? Like,
Right.
what do the graphics look like? What's the album cover of the CD look like? Where are we sending? What is the address that we send
Yeah.
it to? And, it's like a lot of
Huge collaboration.
Yeah, that
That's
took a lot
interesting.
of time.
Oh, yeah. We would have like big, we would have meetings at a certain point, like the script would get written.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'd show up in one big office and there'd be like 23 people in that office. And they'd be like, all right, art department, here's what the bottle needs to look like for the detergent that's called Masculout that specializes in protein stains, which is its own bit. It's got to look kind of like a cock and balls, but not too much like a cock and balls because we don't want to get flagged by Comedy Central.
Yeah.
So here's like and then the art department go, you got to work on that. And then casting, we need the mom and we need the
Yeah.
teenage son and we need a dog and we need a whatever. And we just keep, every department go make your own. And then like, I don't know, after 3 days, I would go to the art department. I would go, give me your mask. What do you got for the Masculout bottle? Like, what do you got? I'd go like, make it a little more like this, a little less like, let me take it to Chip Foose, see if we can breathe on it a little bit. And then we'd look at the mom, like here's pictures of the mom for the commercial. There's the son for the commercial. And it was a whole big thing. It was like 30 people would do it. And then they'd, put it on the calendar and they figure out who's going to direct it. And whoever wrote the bit would be, on set or on site or whatever it is. We'd have to like scout sites and stuff. It was like a whole thing. It was a
Production.
job. Yeah. Like you'd have to show up in the morning and leave till that night.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, it wasn't really like comedy when you think of like what's comedy, hop on stage with a beer and grab a mic and riff a little with the audience. Like it wasn't that. It was like meetings, censors.
I'm sure that's like SNL too, where they have to meet and talk about each sketch. And
just think about the art department. Like what are they wearing? What do the outfits look like?
Yeah.
I mean, we did a whole bit where Dude, we did a bit where Jimmy was my penis, I think. Or maybe it was a
I
ball
think
sack.
you're right, yeah.
Oh my God.
We did a whole bit called we did a cop buddy film called Sloppy Joe. And I was like the detective and Jimmy was a Sloppy Joe like the whole time.
That's
He was
funny.
in a giant Sloppy Joe outfit. and I don't know if I wrote it. I can't remember, but it was a like 70s cop buddy action TV show, except for one guy was just a Sloppy Joe. And it was called Sloppy Joe. Now, I don't know if we can find it, but it was like we had to go to a fucking warehouse and set up. We had offices. We had drug runners. We had stuntmen. We had cars.
That's
we
fun.
had the munitions guy with the blanks gun and the whole team. Like it was a whole fucking thing. It would take. We would shoot all day and all night for a 3-minute bit. Oh wait, I think it was called Ground Justice. Sorry. The movie that I don't know if it was a series. I think it was a TV. I think it was a send up for a movie called Ground Justice, and I was the lead cop or the cop, and my partner was Sloppy Joe. That was the bit. But
That's funny.
Jimmy's in a Sloppy Joe outfit the entire. He had to eat lunch in it. When he was in my penis outfit, he was getting miserable because it was hot and he has a giant styrofoam penis on his head. I was John Stonebreaker and Sloppy Joe Rodriguez. Yeah. All right. Do we have it or do we get? Oh, we have it. Was it a movie parody? We would have long meetings and then like arguments. Like, you call that a Sloppy Joe outfit? Like, come on. My grandma showed better Sloppy Joe. And I'd be like describing it to him like it can't be over his head. His head's got to be out, but the Sloppy Joe's got to be the main body. Like I was the builder in the group, so I had all these ideas about how to pull everything off. It was called Ground Justice. Yeah, that's what it was. And here it is. Sorry.
In a world that has a city where thugs rule the streets, only 2 cops have what it takes to take a bite out of crime.
Freeze, punk!
Veteran detective John Stonebreaker wants one last taste of glory. Sloppy Joe Rodriguez is a rookie with a spicy temper and a meaty center to match. Eat me! Alone, they're deadly.
What the hell?
Together, they're dynamite.
Wow.
Yes.
Crime is
Absurd
taking in
as a-
order to go somewhere else.
He can't get in.
Move out, Sloppy! Tell us about Espinosa.
They don't play by the rules. They play by their own rules.
I got the mayor, the DA, the city council, and the homeowners association on my ass. I ought to take your shields. I gotta admit, you do smell delicious.
Higher black commanding officer. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Don't touch me, Sloppy!
A squib explodes from his bun.
International superstar Maria Conchita Gonzalez.
Don't dare me, you sloppy bastard!
Quan Lee Ho as Quan Lee Chang. And introducing Jimmy Kimmel as Sloppy Joe.
I'm too old and spicy for this shit.
In a movie that proves that a cop is just a cop, but a manwich is a meal. Ground Justice, a Jerry Bruckheimer film.
That was pretty good. That was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit took
That was really good.
days
Yeah.
and days.
A lot of
Yeah,
effort
that
put
was
into
high production value.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's funny. Because not everybody, we wouldn't cast everybody.
Yeah.
We'd go downstairs and go, hey, Doug DeLuca, you look like a drug dealer. And he's like, I'm a producer. And I'd go, yeah, but bring your wife beater. You are like the guy he slapped who was the drug dealer. That's Doug DeLuca. Like some of the guys worked with us. You know, we wouldn't cast him. But we'd go like, we need that cop who's the commanding officer who's going to yell at these two. Well, we just have to cast the black guy, middle-aged black guy who looked like the commanding officer.
Yeah.
And get the cars and get the guy with the squibs and the thing and the gun.
And you had to do your own stunts?
I had to do my own
You
stunts.
did a flip on the car?
Slid across the hood, and then Sloppy couldn't get in. Yeah, you know whose car that was?
Whose?
Jordan Rubin.
Oh, really?
One of the comedian riders bought, because he's a hipster, bought like an ironic Dodge 69 Dodge Dart or something. So we would do a lot of like, Doug, you're playing the drug dealer. Jordan, we need your car. You know, it was like a summit. You know, we
used what you had a little bit.
We used what we had. But yeah, that shit would take all fucking day.
Yeah.
And you'd have to have all these meetings and stuff because what was the outfit look like? Who's hiring, you know, who's casting?
It looked more like a hamburger
than
a Sloppy Joe.
Well, Sloppy
like a
Joes
hamburger.
look like hamburgers.
They do?
Well, Sloppy Joes are on a hamburger bun.
Oh, I thought they were served without the bun. Like just sloppy.
Well, that's just like
Erica.
chili.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I thought Sloppy Joes were. Was it just like it's like chili? Yeah, it's like looks like chili.
Ma'am.
On a bun, though, on a
Yeah, you
hamburger
can't
bun.
have a sloppy Joe without
a bun.
The bun.
Really? When I
otherwise
grew
you're
up,
just
we
eating a
had
bowl of chili.
Sloppy Joes without the bun.
What the hell?
That's how poor I was.
Well, I mean, you could have a tuna sandwich without the bread, but that
It was like
would
tuna salad, but like.
but that would be tuna. That would be a tuna sandwich.
But I recall Sloppy Joes just being a side, like on the plate, not with the bun.
What country are you from?
I don't know. That's what I remember as
America.
a kid.
You're making that up. Now they had a manwich, which was canned Sloppy Joe.
Oh,
And they had something
that's
called the
probably what
manhandler.
It was probably canned.
And you could you could slop it on the side of the thing, but a Sloppy Joe was a sandwich.
Yeah, the whole point of Sloppy Joe is that
I don't
it's
remember.
sloppy. And like you pick it
So
up and
weird.
then
I don't
you
remember
gotta
the
balance
sandwich
it.
part.
Oh, well, no wonder.
No
that
wonder I'm a
bit fell on
vegetarian.
deaf ears. Yeah, the Sloppy Joe is the bun part.
Okay, now I get why he had the bun. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that
Sorry.
must have been a confusing bit.
The whole time she was just
The whole
bewildered.
time I was like, it's a hamburger.
She was bewildered and befuddled, which we
Well,
don't
I
need.
mean, really, a Sloppy Joe is basically a hamburger. It's a hamburger bun with hamburger meat that's been in like red sauce, like ketchup and barbecue
Now I
sauce
get
that
it.
just gets
It's not
onto
congealed into
Yeah.
one patty. It's like sloppy.
I just had a
Yeah.
different I had a different memory of it as a kid.
Your parents abused you.
I miss a Sloppy Joe, man.
Me too.
You can't get it at you can't get it anywhere.
Coleslaw.
Maybe a diner?
It just
Can you get it at a diner? No.
They don't really exist. I've
You have to make
not
them
seen
yourself.
anything on a menu about a Sloppy Joe. All right.
Sad. R.I.P. Sloppy Joe.
It was.
I'm gonna be in Provo tomorrow doing a dry bar show over there.
Nice. I like Provo.
Yeah, it's beautiful, Utah. Couple of shows, 7 to 9:30. Then Casper, Wyoming, at the Rialto Theater in Casper. That's October 4th. Nashville coming up at Zany's. That'll be October 10th. You go to adamcarolla.com for all the live shows. I want to thank everyone who's watching live and commenting on our YouTube today. And you make sure to subscribe at our Substack, adamcarolla.substack.com for the link to future live broadcasts. Erica Rhodes got live shows coming up all over the place, and I would just suggest going to ericarhodescomedy.com.
Yes, and buy tickets to the Dallas Comedy Club too.
The Dallas Comedy Club, which is coming up October 4th and 5th.
Yes.
And Mayhem, I never give you a plug, but what do you got?
I'm going right into Hurricane Helen for Tampa seminar. So I'll see you guys there.
When is that?
On Saturday.
So, till next time, Adam Carolla for Jason Mayhem Miller and Erica Rhodes and Sloppy Joe.
Yeah.
Saying mahalo.